Let's get on to the markets and let's talk about the things that matter, the things about making money, not making money. Now, you have a set of criteria that you look at when you look at a company that you think is going to outperform the market.
Yeah, there are a number of things I look for, and it's like a sort of a treasure hunt. It's like, you know, you can find a beautiful rough diamond, and well, it's not beautiful, it's a rough diamond, but it has incredible value locked up in it.
Diamond.
Yeah, but the value is still going to come out later on down the line, and that's what I look for. I look for future prospects. The current situation of the company, the current earnings, is not really that important. You know, in the United States, they have a thing called the whisper number, and the whisper number is the number of the coming earnings, what's coming in the future.
In other words, what everybody's whispering to the other about.
Exactly, what the future is going to, and that's where the share price sets its focus on the future. So I look for future potential in a company. Obviously, I like to look at the earnings history as well. I normally go back about 5 years, and I like to see a pattern of earnings growth, a pattern of net asset value growth, but also there's tremendous emphasis that should be placed on the quality of management, because management really, you know, a good entrepreneurial manager or CEO will place that company in a good sort of niche area of the market, and he will also always be looking to the future.
Laurie Dipner type, Paul Harris type.
Exactly, and the entrepreneurial flair in management is often reflected in the company's share price as well, and the performance of the company, because a good company is always followed by a good share price. So you know, you must believe in the company as well. I need to believe in the company. There's some companies around that are great, and I don't believe in them. You know, you know, like for example, medical insurance. Any company that's involved in medical insurance, the company might be great, but I think they're thieves. So I wouldn't touch that company personally. You know, the company might be great. So a lot depends on. You know, on your belief in the company as well, if you're going to invest in the company. I'm not talking about short-term trading. That's, you know, you can be completely agnostic.
So you're saying we're looking at earnings growth and earnings history, as well as...
I like to see your pattern of earnings growth and management. A good example is the company Ellie's. I just had lunch the other day with the CEO, Wayne Sampson, and his enthusiasm really sort of rubs off. But now he's a real whiz kid, because he's placed that company, he's taken it from an ordinary electronics company into quite a nice baby as it is right now, and its future prospects are even better. They've recently bought a company called Megatron that manufactures and distributes small, what are they called?
Are they generators?
Small, not small generators. Substations, mini substations, and they've got great export potential for that. They're also going into the conversion of television sets from analog to digital, and that's the whole country. Everyone that's got
that's going to take place.
Everyone that's got a TV set's going to have to do that shortly in the future. So it's a future thing. But now, interestingly, they're going into solar power as well, solar generation. They haven't even announced that yet. So that's future stuff that's coming, and that's placing themselves in a very good growth area of the market for the future. So that's a company, and it's trading on a price. It's trading on a price earnings ratio of 8, which is half the market value at the moment. So it's underpriced. It's value at a good price. But no, you know, don't expect the share to shoot the lights out tomorrow. But over the next year, 2 years, 3 years, that's going to be a great growth company. It's the sort of share you want.
I was going to ask if Wayne told you about the cautionary that they put out. I think it was Thursday or Wednesday.
No, that cautionary's got nothing to do with the solar power. That's got to do with an acquisition or something that's coming down the line.
That's good. Okay, so that's Ellie's. The other one that you
the other one also, other one also is Westcol, which is in a very nice place in the market. Now, Westcol used to be, not too long ago, it used to be just an ordinary coal merchant. Now, they've gone into coal mining as well, and they've just recently bought a company called Kanyisa, which owns a number of coal mines. And now they've just, a few days ago, announced that they're going to be buying the company South African Coal Mine Holdings, which is a listed company as well, and it has about 3 or 4 mines. But it also owns a number of railway sidings. It owns a 250,000 ton allocation at Richards Bay. It owns It has an export allocation of 500,000 tons, and this combined new company is going to have 13 million available saleable tons of coal for export.
So it's
now that's future.
State power.
Yeah, now that stuff's not in the share price yet. That stuff's not in the earnings yet. So that's future. So here we have a little coal mining company that's got that, you know, look, it's still going to be a small company compared to Exxaro and some of these others. But it's got great future prospects, and it's going to be a significant player. Also, it's just applied to have its listing changed from Alt-X to the main board.
Okay,
so that's
it's a big clip here.
So
we're running out of time, Frank. So we want more. You have Esau Frankie as well.
Okay, Esau Frankie. I just wanted to mention with Esau. The sort of thing I look for in a company. I mean, Bernie Crone, I know him personally. He's, you know, he's a real maverick. He's a whiz kid. He's a touch mad as well, but he's a great CEO. But if you look at the company, it's gone. The earnings per share from 2005 has gone from 6 to 13 to 22 to 51 to 56 in 2009 cents per share. Okay, so now that's a steady improvement in earnings. So you can presume that's going to continue. Their net asset value, a similar growth like that, and even in tough times. And that's very important. So this is a company in a niche market with great earnings, history, and future potential.
Absolutely. So Frankie, thanks very much indeed. That's Frank Black. Thanks for joining us. So I'll mark you down. Esau Frankie, West Coal, as well as Ellis.
And it's Frank Black Stock Market Performer.